Hooray for Hollywood. Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown. Oh, hello there. I'm Stan the Movie Man, and this is my review of Incarnate, for some reason, released around Christmas horror movie. It stars Aaron Eckhart, Carice Van Houten, David Mazouz, Keir O'Donnell, and more. It is the story of Dr. Seth Ember, who is an exorcist of a sort. He doesn't use religious iconography and casting out demons in the name of Christ. What he does is he lowers his heart rate and respiration down to a level where it's like he's in REM sleep. And when he reaches that state, he is able to enter the mind of the possessed. He is called in to try to fix a young boy named Cameron, named David Mazouz, or a young boy named Cameron, played by David Mazouz, who is possessed by a demon after an encounter with a homeless woman. Now, there is one particular demon that Dr. Ember is looking for, and that is one called Maggie. Maggie was the name of the woman who, while drunk driving, crashed her SUV into Dr. Ember's SUV, killing his wife and his 11-year-old son, and also putting him in a wheelchair. Now, all of his efforts to remove entities from people is merely a search for Maggie. It's his quest, if you will, to find Maggie and destroy her. And once Cameron becomes possessed, it becomes clear fairly early on that this is Maggie. There's a great deal of danger involved in the way Dr. Ember does these exorcisms, and he himself could wind up permanently, eternally tormented by a demon if he doesn't do things exactly right. I was not expecting much from Incarnate. It has a very low rating on Rotten Tomatoes, somewhere in the low 20s last I looked. It wasn't screened for critics, so that usually means they're not expecting much out of the film, and I certainly didn't expect much out of it. And then I saw it, and it is surprisingly good. It's not great, but it's good. It worked for me as both kind of a horror / thriller and a procedural, as we learn more about how Dr. Ember does his exorcisms. He doesn't call them that. I think he calls them evictions or something like that. And we learn more of his backstory as it goes along, and there are other people who are involved, who are in the Catholic Church, who are doing research on demons, and they, in a way, kind of help him to fight the fight, if you will. And the surprisingly strong performances, especially from David Mazouz, who plays the possessed boy Cameron. And of course, Mazouz is young Bruce Wayne on Gotham. Now, on that show, he's extremely stoic. And for part of this movie, he's kind of that way. But once the demon possesses him, he turns in a terrific performance, able to mimic the emotions, the kind of sneer, the anger and loathing that this demon has for Dr. Ember. And now, granted, there's a decent amount of overacting, scenery chewing, and it's not terribly scary. But still, I found the movie to be quite interesting and wanted to see how it turned out. Now, I'll admit, it's a bit predictable, but there are some parts in it that surprised me that I wasn't expecting, although probably should have been. But still, for a movie released at this time of year, in the first week of December, they weren't expecting it to be a big hit. I'm sure it was made as cheaply as possible. But this, I really enjoyed the film. I think if you like more subtle horror movies that aren't just about special effects and gore, then I think you might find Incarnate to be worth your time. I'm giving it 4 stars. Go to stanthemovieman.com to read my complete review. You can follow me on Twitter at MovieManStan, and you can send emails to me, stanthemovieman@comcast.net. Till next time, see ya.